As we reflect upon the compelling leadership insights from former presidential candidate and the first Black governor of the state of Massachusetts, Deval Patrick, I'm left pondering his big question. Why is it harder to hear and sell a message of unity in the United States and in many parts of the world today, in this age of sensationalism and celebrities? What happened in the United States of America, once the global gold standard for democracy? Why would the USA today not respond well to a message of unity? What fuels the war more than what motivates unity and peace? And when could or would a message of unity pierce the stubborn veil of anger, of division, and man-made hate? It took me back to the violence on the streets in apartheid South Africa, years of brutal oppression, murders, and assassinations. During that time, my MBA professor, Professor Van Zyl Slabbert, or Van as we like to call him, was a well-known political analyst, a businessman, and a politician, best known for being the leader of the official opposition to the apartheid nationalist government and leading a party called the Progressive Federal Party. He taught us a class during our MBA called The Environment of Business, where we learned about the political wars, the culture, and the social wars that were impacting the country. He spoke about the hockey stick syndrome. When a nation or an organization is at war on a slippery slope downward, it is like a hockey stick. The real questions are, how long is the stick? When do we get to the bottom before the stick starts to turn and bend upwards? And what is the tipping point that leads to that stick bending upwards as it curves? The length of the stick defines how long we live in trauma and pain. Firstly, it's fueled by ego, by fear, by the desire to win at all costs. It's a zero-sum game. Secondly, people will fight and continue to fight as long as they think there is some possibility of winning at all costs, with little or no thought about the long-term consequences and the costs, not only to others, but to themselves. And thirdly, the greater the threat and the higher the stakes, the more people gravitate towards the easy, quick fix. We scramble to the polls to elect those people into power who create this sensationalism, this drama, rather than deliver substance, who tell us what we want to hear rather than what we need to hear. Perhaps we can gain some timeless wisdom from a great Russian novelist and writer, Leo Tolstoy, who wrote the masterpiece, War and Peace. What did Tolstoy teach us? Firstly, there's a burden to war. Secondly, the folly of pride. Pride often costs us dearly. Thirdly, the duality of human nature, on the one hand driven by ego and a struggle for identity, and on the other hand, there is a timeless quest for meaning in life, for harmony, and for happiness. And finally, he taught us that nothing is permanent, nothing is constant. So the penultimate question and opportunity to bend the hockey stick upwards is, do we lead the change with thoughtful, bold action, or does the change forcibly lead us? Until next time, take care and take thoughtful, bold action.